TechnoBok.
When you drive along in the all-new Mazda CX-5, there's a lot of things that you can focus on. The 0 to 100 time, things like how the 2.2 litre turbo diesel engine is efficient and gets great mileage. There's a lot of things to look at, but the most important of those, and the thing that trumps them all for me, is the overall build quality, ride, and the just general smooth feeling of this vehicle. It's incredibly comfortable to drive. Everything has been built of high-grade materials and is chunky. There's a lot of nice soft touch feels on things, and it's just an overall quality build and feel to this whole thing. You really get the impression when you drive the new CX-5, as you do with the entire Mazda product range, that they really have come a very long way in their vehicles. Mazdas were always good cars and they were always sporty and popular, especially within the South African marketplace, but their new level of vehicles is just on the next level. The Kodo Design language remains to me one of the greatest new attributes to their vehicles. I just love all the bold slashes, the styling, the lines, the feel, and the way that that whole energy and motion flows throughout the entire product range. I also love the way the Skyactiv technology within their range ensures that everything works harmoniously. It's just a very good blend of overall performance. Everything has been adapted to work in a very fluid motion. As you saw with the Mazda 2 and 3 I reviewed, the CX-5 is again no different to that. It's just overall a very, very nice place to be. When you jump into this Mazda CX-5, of course tech is something we like at TechnoBok, and tech this car certainly doesn't skimp on. You greet it with the same interfaced system as we've come used to in the other Mazdas. You've got the central driver's control wheel here, which lets you toggle through the options. Of course, you got your quick jump in buttons into your audio settings, your home settings, and your navigation, and a little knob next to it for quick adjustment of your volume controls. Apart from that, it's a very clean, intuitive interface with applications and the availability of system settings of system applications such as AHA Radio, Stitcher, Pandora, of course a whole variety of music sources thanks to auxiliary support, USB thumb drive support, a memory card slot which supports an SD card, as well as a 3.5mm audio jack. You have a front centrally located power socket in the central glove compartment over here, as well as a power socket which is located in the trunk area. I don't know why Mazda decided to do that. I think it would have been better placement in the central compartment of the rear seats, as that's where it would be more logically used. However, for an off-roader, you may take a vehicle like this on something like a camping expedition, and that's where you may want that 2.5 volts charge socket to be in the boot. Now, as we've come used to with Mazda's cars, they have an incredibly good driving position, and the CX-5 is no different. You sit bang on center with the steering wheel, and it's just a very comfortable and very sporty dynamic car, as we would expect with Mazda. With all the Mazda range, you get a little tingling of the Miata coming through, and the Miata, as most car enthusiasts will tell you, is pretty much the essence of sports car driving and handling, and I'm very pleased to see that with this latest gen CX-5, Mazda have carried this through extremely well. The model I'm driving today has the 6-speed auto gearbox, with a Tiptronic function, and it works very well. The only thing I'm surprised Mazda left off with this one is paddles. Such a sporty car could have done with a nice set of paddles behind the wheel. The lane departure warning is a very clever system. So those yellow symbols seen in the mirror there indicate there's a car either on your left or right hand side coming from the rear, and that beeping noise indicates that it's not safe to turn into that lane. And that's only comes on once you indicate, so the car realizes you're turning into the one of the lanes either to the left or right of you, and indicates that it's not safe to do so. Very intuitive system and very nicely put together on the CX-5. There's a few small and practical features that have been looked at. For example, when you want to load up the boot load area and you've got your hands full, and it's something common that happens with families, you've got a bike in one hand or pram in the other, and you need to load the boot area. The CX-5 does a very good job of this by having these little catches on the side, and this just makes loading the boot an absolute pleasure. Extremely straightforward, and I think it's something that a lot of other cars can learn from. Overall, my impressions of the Mazda CX-5 are similar to that of the other two Mazdas I drove. Mazda have always produced great vehicles with a sporty heritage, but their new cars are just on another level. They're building such fantastic products of late. High-end build quality, the Kodo Design language is amazing, and it's just been an absolute delight exploring the CX-5 over the last couple of days. Until next time, I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Cheers for now.
TechnoBok.